just before the election. Keep us on the air. There's going to be lots to talk about after the election, no matter what the results are. So please donate and subscribe. Dan McTeague has been on here many, many times. He has been a Liberal MP when the Liberal Party was the Liberal Party years ago. He joins me now. I am hearing from a lot of insiders that the Liberals say it's over, it's done. We've got the numbers in Ontario, we've got the numbers in Quebec, we've got the numbers in Atlantic Canada, and it looks like another majority, which means Butts, who ran Trudeau for 10 years, will be running a zero-sum government, and nothing will change. It sounds like, I can't believe that people are going to keep hitting their head against the wall, hoping that doesn't change.
Probably before the fall. No, I think the events of the weekend demonstrate, and it's not just advanced polls, but what I'm picking up at the doors, because I've actually done the hard canvass, is very different than what I think the pollsters are picking up. And there's two problems with
Is it going to be like something with Dewey in the States, when the election, everybody said he was going to win, and he didn't?
Yeah. Well, or Kamala Harris. I mean, look, I don't think that, I've said from the outset there's something wrong with the pollsters, and quite apart from the fact that most of them get their money from or receive a substantial amount of interest from the federal government, who over the past 10 years has doled out surveys and contracts galore.
Of course.
That aside, I think what's being missed here is the underestimation of the, up to this point, of the number of undecided, as well as the impossibility of determining the intensity of the vote. In other words, if there's people out there saying they're Liberal or Conservative, what is the result? The Liberals are not committed to the Conservatives.
I mean, in other words, I'm hearing that people generally were at 55, they have government jobs or they have pensions, and they're voting Liberal because they like the way things are.
Sure they
people
are.
Say, this stinks. The economy stinks. The job stinks. We can't buy a house anywhere, and we want change. We want a stronger economy. I think so. If they all vote, the younger ones all vote. It's going to be a different result.
I think if you're looking at the boomers, I saw Nanos' poll 2 weeks ago showed the Conservatives ahead. Over 50% of the people sampled were boomers, my age. I'm sorry, that's not representative of the country. And what I saw this weekend was very, very indicative. A lot of young people are voting for the very first time, and this time it's not about marijuana.
No, it's not about marijuana. It's not because of the socialism of the NDP. They're saying, well, we need jobs and we need affordability. But so do you think that this weekend people are going to say, you know what, we've had enough. We're just fed up and we're going to vote Conservative, even though I keep hearing many, many people say, we don't like Poilievre.
That's fine, but they can't afford not to. They don't have the luxury what they had about the socks sobbing, the selfies over the past few elections. I think for a lot of them, it's a question of what is this place looking like? And anybody, by any indication, any objective indication shows there's real trouble ahead, and we're already in turbulent times.
We are in turbulent times, and you're saying that, but the polls are saying they want the same leadership.
They don't. And I think that's why the polls and pollsters may have been asking the wrong questions, not because they're not doing their job, their methodologies. I think their methodologies don't take into account what it's going to come to, the intensity of vote. The Conservative vote is far more committed than the Liberal vote. In fact, the Liberal vote may be interchangeable with the NDP. At the end of the day, I think what we're looking at here is we're focusing on one constituency, those who have, those who are doing well, and the boomers. We're not focusing on, I think, where the rest of the population is at, which is extraordinarily concerned about the future.
I'll see you next week. We'll find out what's going on. Dan McTeague, always a pleasure. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act. Once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.